Juventus Football Club, aka the old lady of European football, aka FIFA 21's Piemonte Calcio, a club which was established in 1900 and has won 35 Serie A's and 13 Copa Italias, as the FIFA 21 interface already says. But for the past 2 seasons, they have been a force to reckon with in Europe with the acquisition of Cristiano Ronaldo and now Andrea Pirlo at the helm. Let's take a look at whether Piemonte Calcio, aka Juventus, can win it all this season. And just to let you guys know, I'm now an Exit Lag partner, so check out the link in description to solve all your gaming related problems, including getting absolutely no ping and really high FPS. It's definitely worth it. Check out the link in the bio. So as always, here are the rules of engagement. Only emergency signings are allowed. For example, let's say Wojciech Szczesny gets injured. Only preset tactics, no unrealistic emergency signings, and no sales are allowed. So now let's take a look at what FIFA 21 decides for Andrea Pirlo's tactics. It's 3-5-2 with Alvaro Morata and Cristiano Ronaldo and Paulo Dybala in the treble in the middle as strikers and CFs. This is a team which is absolutely destructive but has absolutely no depth. The formation standard 3-5-2, pressure on heavy touch, possession based, and here are the rules and the instructions. The first game of the season came up against Napoli in the Supercopa d'Italia final, which ended up in a really good game but a really close to 1 loss. Next game, the opener of the Italian Serie A season on 23rd of August, which is my birthday by the way, I don't know why I told you guys that, which ended in a 3-1 victory. The month of September was a really busy one, with it kicking off a UEFA Champions League campaign against a team called Saint Mirren, which I have absolutely no clue about. I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. Next, we went back to Italy for the Serie A in a game against Lazio, which ended in a 1-0 loss. Next, it was Napoli at home this time, which we took our revenge for the Supercopa d'Italia final in a 2-1 victory. Next, the modern day El Clasico against Barcelona, Cristiano Ronaldo versus Leo Messi. It ended in a heavily rotated 2-2 draw. We pick up in the month of October against Dynamo Kiev in a game which saw us take the trip all the way over to Ukraine, which ended in a 3-1 victory. Next, an early season title decider, this time against Antonio Conte's Inter Milan, I will be making a video on. Stay tuned and in a little. We pick up in the month of November this time, but against the same team, just this time Dynamo Kiev are making all the way over to Turin, which ended in another 2-0 victory. Next, the second UEFA Champions League game of the month against Saint Mirren, I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong, this ended in a 3-1 win. The month of December saw us making a trip all the way to Camp Nou to take on FC Barcelona in the reverse fixture of the UEFA Champions League group stages, which ended in a 2-1 victory. Next, it was against AC Milan, Zlatan Ibrahimovic versus Cristiano Ronaldo. You know it's gonna be a banger. Ended in a 2-1 win. The game against Sampdoria saw the year 2021 come in, and continue on a title charge with a 1-0 win over Sampdoria. Next, AC Milan Zlatan versus Cristiano, yet again in the space of a month, ended in a 3-0 win. The month of February might be the shortest month of the year, but it was certainly the longest for us, the most important month of this title charge. First game against Napoli ended in a 2-0 win. Instantaneously, the next game came up against Lazio in yet another must-win game in a 2-2 draw. Next, Atleti versus Juve in the first round of the UEFA Champions League round of 16 fixtures, this time with us going to Spain in a 1-0 win. Next, late season title decider, number 1 versus number 2, Juventus versus Inter Milan, ended in a 1-1 draw. The month of March was yet another busy month with us getting knocked out of the Copa Italia in the first game against Lazio. Next, it was Atalanta versus Juve, this time with us making a trip all the way over to Atalanta and ended in a 2-1 win. Next, the reverse fixture of the UEFA Champions League round of 16 with Atletico Madrid making the trip all the way to Turin ended in a 1-all draw as we went through with on aggregate with 1 goal. Next, Zlatan versus Cristiano, yet again 2-all draw. The UEFA Champions League quarterfinals saw us take on our league rivals Inter Milan, first versus second in the league quarterfinalists, ended in a 2-1 victory on away goals. Next, the game against Lazio in the Serie A, another must-win game which ended in a 3-1 win. As we went in 2-1 up on aggregate, as well as 2 away goals in the second, Inter turned it around and won. With only 1 point required to clinch the Serie A title, we went all the way over to Sampdoria with the full strength squad to clinch it, but ended in a 2-all draw. With only one more point needed this time, a game against Torino, you know what's going to happen as we became champions of Italy. Now, as always, let's take a look at the end of season player performance review. We finished top of the Serie A. We got knocked out in the quarterfinals of the UEFA Champions League. Our top goal scorer was the greatest of all time, Cristiano Ronaldo, with only a minimal 18 goals to be fair. And the player of the season with the highest average rating was Alvaro Morata with a rating of 7.3. So, we finished champions of the Serie A. We got runners-up in Supercopa d'Italia. We finished semi-finals of Copa d'Italia, and we got knocked out in the quarterfinals of the UEFA Champions League. All in all, FIFA 21 predicts a really, really good season for Andrea Pirlo's Piemonte Calcio.